What's up, everybody? It's another Mundane Monday with Ballbreakers Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and YouTube. Here's Floppy Rock.
We're here.
We're here.
Ooh. We're here. I know it's weird, everybody listening, they're like, yo, it's usually Rocco, but no. Pleasant surprise, it's me, Earl. Rocco's unfortunately not here today. We don't know where he is. Again, it's crazy when these guys don't come to our podcast. We're like, where are you? And, they don't answer until Monday, and they're like, good episode, guys. So it's really weird. Rocco, we hope you're okay where you are. We hope you text us Monday.
Probably in 2 weeks, maybe?
You guys, our listeners, haven't heard from us in almost 3 weeks now. 2-3 weeks. We had an episode if you were one of the unlucky people to listen, if you were out of that, however many you were before we took it down. It wasn't really good content. We decided Monday around 3, it wasn't a good idea to air it. So if you listen to it, you kind of know what happened there. If not, we're not going to talk about it. But yeah, it's been some time. So we also have someone, you're watching us on YouTube because we are back there by popular demand. We have a fellow recurring guest. At this point, you're recurring now. Have you been on since the first time we had you, Vic?
Nah, this is my first time back. Yeah, since that first time.
Yeah, so we have a recurring guest today. Today would be his recurring date.
It feels good to be back.
Good. I'm glad, even though you said we had to bully you to come on.
Well, yeah. Wasn't part of my plan, but I'm glad to be here.
We're glad to have you. We'll tell you that. What's new with you, Doc?
Not much, man.
Why are your eyes closed?
I have no idea. I was just trying to gather my thoughts on what was new with me, but nothing is new.
You kind of seem like
with
you're
me.
struggling today, Ryan.
Tired. I don't really sleep much, and I worked, and I'm kind of just but I'm happy to be podding again.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Chris?
Good stuff, man. Christmas time.
It's a nice hat.
Holy shito.
Merry Christmas.
It was just
over.
Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, all of our
another year down.
faithful listeners.
Yes.
I actually saw a funny picture on Instagram. I know it's hard telling our listeners about pictures, but if you saw it was a picture of Lil Wayne, and he was wearing a Santa outfit, and it said Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for Feliz Navidad. And I like that a lot. What'd you guys get for Christmas? You guys want to share something good you got, something bad you got if you want?
Something bad?
Yeah, I mean, what's
I'm not gonna
I'll tell people you all have gifts that you got that were this is mid.
Yeah, mine would probably be a pair of jeans. Because, it's a pair of jeans. I'm probably going to wear them and all, but...
Now, but who knows? Maybe, by next year, they would be your most used pair of jeans, so...
So, you can't
But there
really
are
judge
gifts that
at the
you're,
moment.
less excited about, right? But what are your guys' favorite gifts, then? If you guys don't want to share that.
I got a new work backpack that I was really been wanting for a while.
Nice.
And,
nice.
Yeah, I was able to get that. I'm really excited to use that.
What is... just, like a JanSport? Or more of a...
Well, it's called Nordis.
Something with more utility?
Nah, it's just nice. It's just a nice backpack.
What do you bring to work?
A backpack.
Yeah, I know. What are the contents of your new work bag?
Just a bag.
Yeah,
Just
no.
a bag.
Just really my laptop, some...
Is that a work-issued laptop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm on my third work laptop now. I had to get an update for my original one. Then I spilled so much water on my second one. So now I'm on my third one, and IT is not happy.
It's probably a big corporation. They could probably just give you a laptop every year if they want to. So.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
In the grand scheme of things, a couple laptops ain't going to hurt their pockets.
It was so much water, though,
third,
I'm telling you.
Sixth,
it was a lot.
Whatever. What about you, Doc? What'd you get, man? Favorite gift?
Favorite gift. I don't really get much. If that sounds I just kind of got things that I guess I needed. My girlfriend got us a couples massage for Christmas.
Ooh, I've never been.
Me neither.
Nice.
So I'm excited for that.
Now, a lot of people tell me when you go for your first massage, it's kind of weird if you don't really like being touched.
Yeah. But I don't know. I enjoy being touched. So I might like it.
Yeah. So we'll check back in with that. We'll check back in and see if it was your best gift that you got, right?
Yeah. Other than that, I just got a cologne and new pair of sweatpants, and that's about it.
Some essentials.
Yeah, things I needed. You know?
That's the best though. You get some stuff that you just don't want to buy.
Yeah,
You
I don't
know?
need to buy it. Like,
So
Get it for
I
Christmas.
know Chris touched on it already. I'm sorry if you're the person that gave him jeans. He thinks that they're just nah. All jokes aside, what'd you get, Chris, that you really enjoyed? Or you really were excited when you opened it?
Yes. Well, I did just want to say first of all that they're jeans that I'm going to wear,
Yeah.
but
yeah, but you don't wear jeans often. That's
I don't wear
why.
jeans
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, I can see how it can be misconstrued. We were just kind of saying, like, hey, listen, something
Truthfully,
we weren't excited about, really.
I got a couple pairs of sweatpants, and I was more excited about them than the jeans.
Yeah.
But that's just because I spend 97% of my life in sweatpants.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
my favorite gift was a VR headset. And I was using it earlier. You guys obviously saw me, and I'm excited to use that thing. It is so crazy.
They are really cool. We were joking around before we started recording today, but Chris was messing around with it, and it was like, it's like you're sitting in this room, but like you're not in this room, like you're somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Because in like, I guess you call it the home screen of it,
Mm.
they put you in like a house basically.
In a metaverse.
Yeah, right.
In the metaverse, right?
And I also think it's crazy that they're made by Facebook, all the Oculus VR headsets.
Yeah.
So now it makes just entirely more sense that Facebook is going to do a metaverse. And I'm assuming it's going to be much more accessible with that headset.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if there's a timeline of when.
Yeah, I'm
When
not
the
sure.
metaverse,
But technology is like so crazy right now. I mean, thank God Rocco's not here. He would be like, technology is equals Satan. That's like one of our recurring issues here with him. But I was actually telling Vic before we started podcasting, like, Vic, what if your works just sends you a VR set and they're like, hey, don't ever come to this office again. And
Don't even step foot in this place.
But like, it's totally likely, isn't it?
No, absolutely. I could definitely see that, happening.
I mean, let's
obviously,
not
down
say in
road.
the next like 3 years, but in the next like 30, or even sooner.
It's just not crazy to think about now. Like that kind of thought, even like 5 years ago, would have been like, no, that's weird. Like,
right.
But
So-
now it's like,
Yeah,
no.
so I got a job with Cigna, and I'm working from home. They actually, a lot of my family members were like, where's your office based out of? And I thought about it, and we don't have a home base office. So I work. Technically, I'm a call center employee, even though
Right.
they give me a fancy title. I'm like customer care advocate, but I'm
pretty cool,
work in a
though.
call center.
No, you're a customer care
So
advocate.
like usually think about, you work in a call center, you work in this giant office with like 100 computers and 100 employees on one floor. And, you think your home office is like, oh, yeah, our home office is in Philly on, like, whatever, in Center City. But, like, we don't have a home office. They sold all of the buildings. The managers work from home. Everybody works from home. And that's why I thought it would be, like, more likely, like, oh, if we have a meeting at 9 o'clock, instead of logging into Zoom and sitting on your meeting, you just put on your VR headset and you see all your 100 employees sitting in this auditorium-style thing, and it would just be, like, crazy.
Another thing about that is when you look around, it'll be like avatar-looking people, right? Like kind of just, you could tell it's a human, but it's not very good.
Yeah, like what if everybody just looks like the people from that really
Among
scary
Us.
movie? No, the Polar Express.
Right, yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
That is a creepy movie.
Yeah.
That's a scary movie.
It is a
It's
scary
it's
movie.
like they're real people, but like they're not.
It's almost like that one scary movie. Oh, where the monsters scare the kids.
Oh my
Oh.
God! Yeah, they go to school to
Yeah,
scare
go
them.
to school. Yeah.
Yes.
What was it?
Monsters Inc.
No.
Monsters
no.
University.
Oh my
Yes.
God, dude, terrifying,
Monsters Inc. wasn't scary. University was scary.
terrifying.
I never saw that. Monsters University.
It's
Yeah,
it's scary.
Scary.
You
But
don't
I'll
want
tell
to
you
watch
what.
it.
It's scary, yeah. But listen,
It got off topic. I'm sorry, but like it was fun.
well, I was gonna say something completely off topic, but
Let's go, man. So we welcome it.
I was just gonna say that I saw the new Spider-Man movie.
Mm.
I know you guys saw it. I don't know.
I
if you
didn't
did,
see it
Vic.
yet.
Oh,
no.
Vic.
Well, you can't say spoilers anyway for the listeners.
No, I wasn't.
No,
gonna
we could.
I wasn't gonna
Oh,
spoil
oh.
anything. I
You
was
guys
just
have
gonna
had
say,
long enough.
We could just say yeah.
That's true. That's
It's
on
been
me.
like
It
a
is
week
on
and a
me.
half now.
No,
That
I
was
was
on
just
me.
gonna say that movie is one of the best movies I've ever seen.
That's all I've heard. Yeah.
And I'm not all into Marvel and all that. I never watched all of them, but I love Spider-Man.
Mm.
I remember going to see Spider-Man when I was like a little kid. My mom took me.
I was actually kind of having a little debate with my brother because Spider-Man 2. There's like a Spider-Man marathon on FX right now, like Sunday this time.
Is there?
And they had like Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, and then Spider-Man 3. After that, they have Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, his 1 and 2.
Spider-Man.
I don't know if they're going to have the Tom Holland, the 2 Spider-Mans on there. They probably won't because they're all on Disney Plus or whatever.
It's different, right? Yeah.
But I was telling him, I think Spider-Man 2 is still the best. After I've taken some time and I watched Spider-Man 2 today, I was like, Spider-Man 2 is really good. The only thing I will say I don't like about Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is this is going to be like a hard analogy to take in for anyone listening and you guys. But like, remember in 21 Jump Street and like Channing Tatum's playing a high school kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he's obviously not a high school. Like
yeah.
Tobey Maguire's playing a high school kid, but he literally looks 30 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
I always thought about that.
That makes sense.
I think that's a big reason why Tom Holland is a big hit. Because he gives
young.
off that, high
How
school
old
kid
is he?
vibe.
He's our age, 23.
Right. But he's like, he's got a baby face.
He looks like a nice...
he could pass as like a high school senior. That makes sense. Is that what he's supposed to be in the movie? They didn't really like go over that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was... Yeah, never mind.
College.
I don't want to... Right,
well,
yeah.
even in like the first in the Avengers movie that he was in, and the other Spider-Mans, they were talking about like how he's trying to get into MIT, and Tony Stark is helping him, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, either way, that movie was incredible, and I went with my girlfriend, doesn't watch the Marvel movies either, and her too. She was like, that was fantastic. So you got to see it, Vic.
I do got to see
Yeah,
it. I'm probably actually going to go right after we get off this.
Yeah, just
You
right
should.
to the right to the
sprint there.
theater.
Yeah.
I might
will
come.
honestly say
I'll watch it again.
Let's
that
do it.
Marvel, out of all the movie franchises, I mean, there's not really a lot. Like you think of like movie franchises, you think of like Harry Potter, right, and Lord of the Rings, and let's say even like the DC franchises. But like Marvel does the best job of like you can come to our movie or watch our show on Disney Plus and you can feel every emotion that you can. Like you can feel happy and enlightened, but you can also feel sad and inspired, and all these different things can like culminate in these movies. And I think they do the best job at doing that.
That was a really good analysis. It sounds like you spent time on that thought.
I'm a big buff, big Marvel
You
buff.
are buff.
You are husky.
Yes.
Right. But anyway.
Nah, I agree though with that, Earl.
Like
There's no one compares to Marvel.
Who does it better? Like Harry Potter, yes, but they only have
Yeah.
so much inside of their universe, right? Like
Yeah.
they have, let's say, 8 movies. Like Marvel, we're talking about 40 movies.
Is
And
that how
like,
many it is? Wow.
Yeah,
every
it's a
one of
ton.
And now the
every
shows
one of
too,
them.
like
yeah.
Yeah, the shows are just as not just as good, but they're very good.
I actually really like the shows
I do
because
too.
I never want the movies to end.
Yeah,
And like every
Yeah.
show on Disney Plus is like
You
give or
have
take
something
like
to look
40 minutes.
forward to every week,
and
too.
not every character deserves a full movie. So that's why the shows
Yes.
are perfect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah, you can make a
Exactly
show out
right,
of like
Vic.
a lesser
Right, thank you,
character.
Ryan.
And another thing, like I'm saying, like let's say Loki was what 8 or 10 episodes.
But
Like
that's perfect though. Like,
yeah, but then you get 8 hours of content right there. Where you go to the movies, you get 3, or 2.5.
and you have to
Right.
wait 3 years to see another one.
Mm-hmm.
I love shows. I've been watching so many shows. Really, since the pandemic started, I got more into watching shows in general, and it's the best thing. What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
It's so
just-
funny.
I'm literally listening to you.
No, but you're laughing.
I can't laugh.
You thought it was funny what I
No,
said?
I was just laughing.
Oh, you don't think I'm funny?
No.
Wow.
Whatever. Any good show recommendations?
Entourage, Doc.
it's always a good.
Vic.
That's a classic.
You watched Entourage before?
I watched it here and there in school. Like my roommates would watch it, so
Mhm.
I never like watched it fully through.
Oh, Vic.
But it was good. The episodes I watched was
You
good.
should
Yeah.
probably just go home and do it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that after we get off. Actually.
You go right home and do that.
Yeah.
We've been telling Ryan here for like months now that he would love this show too.
Entourage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I can see it. Yeah.
Dude, speaking of like companies and like producing companies, whatever, like I've watched a lot of HBO shows and I feel like none of them are bad.
No. HBO doesn't miss when it
Like
comes to
obviously
shows.
when you think of HBO, like the first thing that comes to your mind is like Game of Thrones, right? And then what else?
Well,
What else was on there?
The Wire,
The Wire.
Sopranos,
Entourage is from there. Sopranos, like
Ballers.
Ballers.
Good
Chris,
show.
I know, is watching Succession. I haven't watched it.
Oh, dude. No, I finished it. That show
Yeah.
was phenomenal.
What else? What did I just put you on to? On HBO.
Watchmen. Great
If
show.
you guys are into like superheroes, and
Heard that one's good.
I did tell Chris though, I recommended it
show.
to him. There's a lot of political commentary because it was like during the height of like Donald Trump's election, so there's a lot of stuff about like the the Black Lives Matter movement and all that stuff. So if you guys aren't into like politically charged shows, I wouldn't recommend it. But Watchmen is based off comics, and it is actually a very political comic.
It was good though. It was very good.
That's weird. I like you like that though, because you're not really into like superhero stuff.
No, I mean it's not very superhero-y. Honestly, so like I don't know.
It might not be where you are. It gets to a point where you're like, holy shit.
I'm on like the 7th episode.
But I like it. What's it called? Watchmen?
It's called Watchmen.
You would like it. You would like it.
Basically like a synopsis.
No, I'm not watching that.
Synopsis of like Watchmen. They highlight the Black Wall Street massacre in Oklahoma or whatever. What was it, Chris? Is it Oklahoma?
Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
That was a bad one.
Yeah. So a lot of people. Personally, I like the show because I don't know a lot about history. So like it gets to hit you up on some of those notes that you missed. Like that's why this is off topic. But I really like that O.J. Simpson documentary series that was on FX because I don't know a lot about O.J. Simpson. So it basically just told me the history of it, and I was
there was one on
Netflix.
Was it the one with David Schwimmer was in it?
Yeah, so that was originally an FX show, and then they just brought it on to Netflix.
Right. Okay, that was awesome. That show.
Enough of my recommendations. Do you guys have any?
Are you watching anything right now?
No,
Vic,
I'm
Ryan?
not.
You've never watched anything that you guys could recommend, though?
If you had to pick one show to recommend to your friend, to the world right now, and your friends,
it's so hard. Cause I feel like I don't know. I feel like all the shows that I've watched are the big like
you don't want to recommend
ones.
like Breaking Bad because probably
everyone's seen it. Yeah. So like I don't know. I'm not
Daredevil. You guys should all watch.
I heard that was good. I actually think you told me before to watch that.
Yeah.
I would watch that. Even though is it superhero shit?
Yeah, but it's more
different.
like well, season 2 was weird, right, Doc? Season 2 had like some sort of those supernatural aspects, but
but the first season, it's kind of just
it's mostly like he's a
blind lawyer during the day, vigilante at night.
Yeah, and he's not one of those like superheroes that's going to be able to like
teleport.
Yeah, he's like
you would like it because it's more on the realistic side of being like a superhero.
Yeah, like if Vic tomorrow wanted to start training in martial arts and be Daredevil, like he could do it. Like it's not like you have to be
do that, Vic.
It's not like he has to be like WandaVision, right? And teleport and take down things with his mind.
And White Lightning. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
See that's why I always like Spider-Man so much because
it's not even close to being realistic.
No, hold on. You didn't even let me finish.
No, but we know.
Yeah, but like, how does that even correlate to Daredevil? Like, Spider-Man's a Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. No, so like, the original Spider-Man, like, it's a normal everyday kid that gets bit by a spider that just so happens to basically turn him into a spider. That, like, obviously that's not realistic, but it's also not very far-fetched.
No, it is.
No, that like has
I'm saying
literally never happened.
The concept of it.
No, that's very far-fetched.
That has never happened. No. Well, the concept of that makes more sense than somebody teleporting into different dimensions at a snap of a finger. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah,
I hear what you're trying to say.
But like in comparison to like a vigilante,
that's more realistic. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying.
Probably the most realistic one out of all of it. Well, I guess
like Hawkeye. Yeah, that guy's just like like you saw it in the show. I mean, I don't care. I'm going to spoil for you guys. If you would watch Hawkeye, you should be up to date. And if you don't, then you're probably never going to watch it. Basically, the girl, he brings on this girl companion, and she's like baby Hawkeye. She's not like a girl. She's actually like 20.
Yeah.
But she just went to learn how to be like a really good archer and martial arts, and now she's like a superhero. Like that's totally doable for like the common folk.
Yeah.
But is that considered a superhero? If you don't have any super abilities?
That's the thing.
Well, what do you define as superhero?
I feel like you have to have some kind of superhuman ability.
What if you're like...
What about Batman, though?
Iron Man doesn't have any superhuman ability.
Yeah, his only superpower is he's filthy rich.
Yeah, well...
That's a superhuman ability. Not really, but... So what... I don't know. Just thinking out loud, basically.
I don't know.
If you're just an archer and you are very
if you're
strong
the greatest
and skilled,
archer in the world,
you're not a superhero.
But you're a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like,
what does it? What's it mean to be a hero?
Well, I mean, if you're a vigilante, That's like what that would be defined as. That person is a vigilante
but
that
it's
also
weird,
is a very
though,
skilled
because
so-
like some vigilantes are heroes.
But so like Spider-Man's technically a vigilante.
Yes.
And that's what in the original Spider-Man, like that's what
Yeah.
the cops were
Yeah.
trying to get him because he was the one,
Mhm.
Taking down all the crime in the city and stuff.
And he had an anonymous personality with
Right.
the mask
Or like
and
even
everything.
even Batman, like they're vigilantes.
Yeah,
so
he's a vigilante.
Right.
But is Batman? I'm not very well informed on Bat. Does he have
He's-
any special?
he's filthy. He's like Elon Musk rich,
Yeah.
and he just built a suit and fights crime at night.
So it's
in
his
a-
suit,
It's the
right?
same
that-
thing as Iron Man.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's the suit.
Mhm.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, so like think about it. Like if Elon Musk is like one of the richest people in the world, right? If
Like he could become a superhero
if he wanted to, he could
Yeah.
enable himself to have a Batman or Iron Man suit.
He could
Probably.
easily probably build a Tesla super suit that makes
Yeah.
you fly and strong and,
Mm-hmm.
and withstand any kind of.
I'll tell you what. Out of
Force.
all the rich people in the world, I always thought Warren Buffett would be a superhero.
He's kind of old. He's up
Is he
there.
like in his 90s?
Yeah,
or
but
something?
dude, like I don't know, something about his like demeanor makes me think like he would just go out at night and fight crime. I don't know.
Something about him makes me think he might stay alive forever.
And I
Honestly.
think we might be on the same brainwave, even though we're not saying the same thing. But
Mhm.
if anyone, I think it would be him.
Warren Buffett, huh?
You know what I always wonder? Like, it's kind of weird, but I'm thinking a guy like him has all the money in the world. He can do anything, basically. Like, is he gonna? I think about if a guy like that is gonna basically recreate himself before he dies,
Yeah. If he's not, he's probably already looking into it.
or he's already done it.
Maybe we're on like our fifth Warren Buffett by now.
That's why he's gonna stay alive forever.
Exactly. Well, no. Well, his personal physical body at the time, he probably has all the technology in the world to stay alive forever.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, you're dying just because of like
No.
your organs not functioning correctly.
Mhm.
But if you have every treatment for every organ that nobody else has, you're probably gonna live a lot longer.
Like, what if, like, I'm sure someone with as much money as him has a 3D printer that prints like organic material.
brains.
Yeah, like what if he just like 3D prints a kidney? They're like, oh, Warren, you're getting old. Your kidneys, like,
Here's another one.
a 3D printer that can print an organ.
And he probably has it.
3D printers
what I'm
are
saying.
another
Probably,
like
yeah.
crazy source of technology.
Yeah.
The FBI was
I
actually,
love 3D printers.
yeah,
You've
it was-
seen one up close? I've never seen one. Like,
Well, we
print something.
used to use them in high school when we did CAD. We had the CAD
Mm-hmm.
class, and we used to. That was like the first time I ever really experienced using one.
I never had that class.
they take a
Yeah.
long time to print.
They do.
It
I
makes
mean, I'm sure
sense.
now they probably have more efficient like printers, I guess.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, back in high school, we used to learn CAD, and then
I
we
didn't have that
we had to
class.
print out like certain things.
What class was it? What's CAD?
I couldn't tell you.
CAD?
Was that one of like the
Yeah.
electives?
Like engineering class?
Yeah, something like that. It was Carvalho. He taught it.
Yeah, it was some sort of
It was
engineering.
next to the.
I
Mr.
remember
Moose
his room.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friend, one of our friends, he has an uncle that has a 3D printer, and they're really big into Marvel, and he just printed like Thor's hammer in his 3D
That's
printer.
crazy.
Yeah, you can do so many
Yeah,
things. with it.
what?
3D printing was getting crazy when they first came out. That people were 3D printing guns, and the FBI had to like go on to like online and like ban gun
That
blueprints
code,
that could
or-
that
yeah,
could go into
yeah.
the 3D printer.
You can
It-
literally you can print anything.
It was
really.
a
Like,
usable, a functional gun.
Yeah. Yeah, you just put in like, go on guns.com or what. I mean, obviously not, but like go on like 3D printer gun blueprint, and you would just, after 12, 15 hours, you'd have an AK-47 on your 3D printer.
That is insane. How does it? I guess you put gunpowder in there and bullets and shit.
Maybe you 3D print your bullets too, dude. I don't.
That's insane.
But yeah, it's banned.
Ah,
Disclaimer:
that would-
TLDR for anybody listening, can't do it anymore, so don't try because FBI might come for you.
Mm-hmm. It's like trying to photocopy money.
I forgot to ask this before we started, so I'm not going to name drop any names. But on the topic of 3D printing, we have a friend that we all know that during school, he had a roommate who was a random person, and that random person had a 3D printer in their room, and it would just print all night. And they said it was the worst thing ever because it was just so loud.
Because it takes so long.
Yeah,
right?
it takes so long, and it was loud, and like he would just print random things all the time.
You know what I don't know? What do you So, like, in your regular printer, you're like, yeah, we're low on ink, refill me. What do you put in a 3D printer?
I guess it's whatever the material that you're using.
Clay?
Yeah,
Is it? Like
plastic. Yeah, some type of plastic,
right?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah. Did you guys ever see a
Doc's
video?
having a headache. This is too much
just,
for him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
don't
like what, a 3D printer?
Yeah, I just
You don't?
like why?
Why not?
Why what?
What's the point to it?
There's probably a
What do you
lot of
mean?
points.
If this is hurting
So
your head,
you can use a 3D printer, like print something and be able to use that.
you could 3D print if you had, I
You
guess,
know what I'm saying?
if you had all the materials that you needed, you could 3D print yourself an iPhone.
and
like
it would work as an iPhone.
Like a 4-dimensional thing.
Like I could phone call someone.
Or a case, like,
Or even
Or even a
something as
case,
simple
like-
as like, yo, you want a 3D
Like
print.
it's functional. Like I could use the
yeah,
iPhone
like this
as
thing
an
is like
iPhone,
within the 4th dimension. Like you pick this thing up, it's tangible.
and I can turn it on.
You could 3D print yourself a water bottle if you wanted to. If you had like, let's say you want like a metal water bottle, if you have the materials, why not?
So that's what I was wondering. Like how you said, what is the material you use? So I guess you load it with something, right?
yeah,
I
it
kinda-
depends
yeah.
on whatever you're trying to print or build.
So you can use metal. That's a thing.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, and
that's
it
insane.
also depends on the printer itself. Like some printers are just specific to certain materials,
right.
but some obviously I'm sure more expensive and bigger ones. Like you
Mhm.
can do different materials, and then you just
Something like that, there's like so much good and bad that can
Oh,
come
yeah.
from it. Like we were just
Mhm.
talking about the guns, but think about like if somebody wanted to like 3D print a bomb,
yeah.
right? Or
Yeah.
something. But then you could also print really cool shit like a water bottle.
Something that'll be useful to
Yeah,
people in
like
society.
that wouldn't be harmful to others.
Did you guys ever see a video of a house getting 3D printed?
Oh, dude, don't even. Doc's head's gonna explode. And mine is hurting actually thinking about that.
Have you ever seen it though, or no?
No, I don't want to. That's craziness.
It's just like
How big is this printer?
it's kind of like a crane. Like it's a. You seen it, Vic?
no.
Oh, well, you're picturing
Well,
what
that's
I'm saying.
surprising.
But I yeah, I
'cause
can.
Vic works. You work in like you're an
That might be the
environmental
dude-
engineer,
That
No.
might be the next step for you guys.
planner, or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Well, you work in housing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work in
you work
housing.
in that
right.
kind of shit.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, where that could be something that takes
Like,
over.
hey,
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, because it could be the future of home
Holy
building.
shit! Could you imagine like contracted work or like contractors that are like paid to build houses? Like, sorry, you guys got outsourced by 3D printer
Well,
housing.
this house
Right.
was very, very simple. So it was just it was a crane basically,
Mm.
and you know how a 3D printer it basically just like does a bunch of layers,
Yeah.
small layers of something.
Yeah.
So it was just a giant crane that was just did a square
Mhm.
like an outline all the way up,
Yeah.
and then it just did rooms,
Mhm.
and it was very simple, but also was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's
you'd
just
have
a
to-
crazy concept. Yeah.
I'll have to see if I can find the video, but that was nuts.
But again, like going back to our very beginning conversation, like thoughts like this and thoughts like that, like aren't so crazy anymore because like
Exactly.
that kind of stuff is
like
happening.
like a spider biting someone and they
No,
basically turn
no,
into a spider.
no.
It's really not that crazy.
No,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, me and Chris
I've
are.
been bit by.
Doc
bunny
would be
spiders.
the one to turn into Spider-Man.
Yeah, but what if one of them just was radioactive or some shit?
I wish. That's my dream.
No.
Exactly.
No.
No, yes it is.
what would you
I
do
wouldn't
if you
be
were
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
You wouldn't see me.
Okay.
I would use my powers for evil. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
Like
Well,
what?
that's what would I do if I was Spider-Man? I don't know. I'd do things that Spider-Man does. Like,
Like
I'd
fight
go
lizards
right
and
to
shit?
Philly and just fly everywhere.
You would. Okay.
Shoot my webs from building to building. That'd be sick. I'd be the one to like fall and break my neck and die my first day as Spider-Man though.
Doc would shoot
First
his,
day
he would fly.
Spider-Man.
He would fly his web right over the rivers.
You just
Yeah.
fly right to AC, hit up the slots.
Yeah.
What were you about to say, Earl? I feel like you had something
I was
on
saying,
your
like,
mind here.
me and Chris are like in this. That's new with us. We're like NFT owners,
Yes.
and that's like crazy.
Yeah,
Like that's like
That's
another,
big.
That's another
Futuristic.
concept that hurts my brain.
I don't even. I just bought it. I really don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah. I didn't know I was sitting around wealth.
Sitting
Maybe
around rich guys.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Nah. I still don't really know anything about it. But I just bought 2 of them.
I just heard that you could make a lot of money doing it, and I just bought it.
Yeah. No. they're very cool. I don't know much about them. I only know the basics of like how you can buy them and stuff like that. But
Like
you guys know more than me. So I'll sit this one out.
If people follow us on Twitter, like me and Chris have like new profile pictures, I'm starting to, after a week of owning it, I'm starting to think I just paid a couple $100 for a new profile picture on Twitter. But there's more to it than that.
There's much more to it than just a picture.
Should we dive into it?
I mean, if you
want. We can talk briefly about it. I mean, Doc, I know, has been asking questions. Vic doesn't know anything really about it.
Yeah, my whole thing on this NFT, it's basically about anything in life, where it's like the saying, in order to make money, you need money. And I feel the same way about NFTs. Because, yeah, sure, I can go buy a $100 NFT and I get lucky and I sell it for 10 grand or something, or someone I listed up and they want whatever. But, like, you also need to have money in order to do that. You need money to make money, right? That's the saying. And that's like anything in life, and it's just like that.
Let's try to start.
And that's what annoys me.
Let's try to start from the beginning real quick.
Because it's not...
Like, what is an NFT?
This is my problem with NFTs.
But we can't get there yet until we know like what the hell is an NFT. Because I'm sure a lot of our listeners are like...
digital picture.
Yeah, but that's like a gross oversimplification of what it is.
That's like saying... So I was explaining to a lot of our friends that were asking us on like Xbox, and I see them in person, like, so you have this profile picture, like, sweet. But like Doc said, like an oversimplification. Well, you said it was like it's just a picture.
It's a picture.
It's a JPEG.
Yeah.
Right, but that's like saying like the Mona Lisa is just a painting.
Like it is, but it also has a lot of intrinsic value.
To more, yeah.
It's a digital asset.
Yeah. So an NFT by definition is a non-fungible token. What the word fungible means, Chris?
Yeah, Chris.
That just means like tangible, right?
Yeah, you just can't hold it. Like it's just digital. Like Vic said, it's a digital asset. But it is a picture.
Yeah.
Mostly. Most of them. Some of them they're like GIFs.
Some are videos and stuff, yeah. But I mean, really, what gives it value is just the fact that it's a one-of-one thing, which is a pretty simple concept.
Right.
But the thing that I found most interesting about it was this certain type that me and Earl bought.
Space Boys.
It's called Space Boys NFT. They're just like little aliens with cool hats and shit.
You got your phone, Chris? Why don't you show us in a video picture of it? You could show the guys too if you want.
Yeah, I mean, it's very simple, but they have a Discord. And you know what Discord is?
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's just
it's like an online chat room.
Basically
Discord.
a chat room. Yeah, so this is what my guy looks like.
Okay, I like that. I like his pizza shirt.
Yeah, he's cool looking. And some of them, like, I don't know if the camera can see it.
Good.
Yeah. So it also is just art, too, which is cool because I like art. I like going to the art museum and all. And it's just a digital version of art. That's like a simple way to put it. But
there's a large community backing them, too. So out of me and Chris's, the Space Boys that we own, there's only, almost 9,000 of these pieces.
Yeah, there's 8,000 of them.
And there's like 4,000 owners of all of them, give or take. Like, let's say Chris owns 5, so that's why there's like 4,000 owners or whatever like that. But it's a nice community. Like, you go in there, and when I first got mine, Chris was telling me, hey, sign up for this Discord, this chat room, and every owner or people who are prospective owners go in there. And the first thing I said in there was like, hey, guys, I own an NFT, now what? And the community is like really supportive. Like, hey, this is a good starting point. You got in for cheap. We can see how this thing builds, and it's cool. There's like stuff that comes with it instead of just buying it, and now you have bought this digital asset for $150 or whatever.
So to explain what kind of comes with it, it's like if they are to do any future projects, like different new NFTs, you'll have a first access to it because you're a holder. And really what I like about it is you could just go in there and ask questions, and there's people that know way more than I do.
Right.
That's the part I really like.
So when we first started talking about, like, what are we going to talk about this week on a podcast, originally I was like, well, let's talk about NFTs. But then me and Chris were like, well, we're still learning. Like, if you guys asked us questions, we could give you, like, a general answer.
This is the extent of my knowledge.
Right.
Like, that's really it. So, but it is cool. And the best part to me is that I can go in there and ask a question like I can't type that into Google sometimes,
Right.
Because there's no just direct answer.
Yeah.
But there's somebody that knows the answer.
So now we kind of gave like a good overview of like what is going on here. Like, okay, you own a digital piece of art, but like Doc was saying, like we're going to circle back to Doc's like issue with it is it takes money to make money. But at the end of the day, when your game is in NFTs, it is investing.
Yeah,
it is investing.
Yeah, I mean it's just like putting money into any other kind of asset and hoping it appreciates in value.
So you are right. Like it takes money. And me and Chris, like we're not millionaires, but there are for sure people who are in the NFT space. Like some guy on Twitter today was like, hey, I have 49 Ethereum, which is how much dollar amount, Chris?
A lot. Like it's whatever that is times 4,000.
Yeah. And like
a lot.
160, yeah.
And like Doc's saying, like we don't, like regular people at this moment in time, they do want to make it more accessible to anybody who wants to get it. But at this moment in time, you really are going to need that sort of, I mean, maybe not 49, but you could have like 10 Ethereum just laying around, and that's where your starting point is. Like, you do need to have money to make money. And that's just true with anything.
Like,
yeah,
big money, though.
Yeah, you need big money.
No, like me and Chris, like if we have $200, we could make maybe 400, right? But we're not talking about like, unless we, like you're saying, you hit the lottery with this NFT that you got.
Yeah.
That's just pure luck.
Pure
at that
luck.
Point.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. It's nothing different than if you were to say put $500 in the S&P, you know what I mean?
Or any random stock. Like GameStop. A bunch of people on Reddit made GameStop stock go crazy.
But that wasn't really like hitting the lottery. That was like a planned effort.
It was a coordinated effort.
Yeah.
But also, if you just randomly invested in it one day and didn't really know, and it went up 200%.
Yeah. Well, that's basically where me and Chris are right now. We don't really have a game plan of like nobody told us, hey, buy this, buy this,
and then sell it on this day.
Yeah.
In the future.
No, like it. In a sense, it's
kind of like cards almost.
Like player
like
cards?
Like if you like a player and you buy his card for $200 and you sell it for $2,000 or something, you know what I mean? Like, because you guys will go on and go, oh, I really like this guy, like this picture. You buy it because you like it. And you think that, hey.
So there's like a lot of utility in NFTs too. So like, let's say if NFTs really make it to the next step. So like how do I say this? The reason that I was really into NFTs is one, I'm into really like, I guess like hype clothing. Like I buy a lot of like Adidas sneakers and Nike sneakers and stuff like that. So that's one. That's like an asset that's fungible to me. And like so Adidas had just stepped into the NFT space. So that's one reason I was like, holy shit, this is like really happening. Another thing is I'm really into playing video games. And video games and NFTs go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So you know how like Fortnite skins, like, oh, you spent $1,000 on Fortnite skins, never made it back into the shop. You're the one of only 10,000 people that own this. So, like, let's say NFTs make it to that next level where, like, the Fortnite Red Knight skin is now an NFT, and you can sell that to someone. Instead of selling your whole account, you just put your thing on the marketplace and you sell it to someone.
That one thing will keep its value.
Yeah.
Maybe not to the fullest extent, but if it's a rare item, it can be resold for more in the future.
Or, like, if this is more relatable to people, like if people play Halo that are listening, like let's say you bought a Halo skin in the shop yesterday and it's not coming back ever, like in whenever Halo is almost done, you can sell it as an NFT to someone else. So that's why I got into it, because it goes with all of my other interests. There's also other things with NFTs, like you can say they all have like missions and what they want to do once they sell so many.
I think that's a lot of really good insight, and I'm definitely learning listening to you guys. I think backtracking to what you were saying before, the part that I guess would want or drive me to start is the communities that, you know, are associated with the NFTs or whatever you're saying. So like you said, like you guys may not be as knowledgeable going into it, but the communities that back them, you know, have that knowledge and are able and willing to, you know, guide you guys through and you know, through your owning one.
Like I said, so if you have a question, you could literally just ask it in the chat.
Right.
And there's 10 to 15 people almost immediately that know the answer.
Right.
And so, like I was saying too, like they all have like their own mission and roadmap. So like one NFT that I've been following now for a week since I bought my first one is a women-owned NFT. So these girls, a group of 10 girls, decided they wanted to represent women in NFTs, and their mission is like, hey, once we sell this many, every sale after that is going to go towards helping women who are in impoverished communities or something like that. Like we want to educate women around the world,
businesses and things like that.
Yeah, stuff like that. So if that lines up with your own personal morals, like it would incentivize you more to do that. Or let's say like if you bought one that say was like a Latino something, their mission was to make communities in this country better, you would obviously like that. Or there's one of some kid we grew or went to high school with us, he was talking about like, oh hey, like this NFT is once they get so many sales they want to open a brewery or something like that. Like it all depends on like you guys need to do your own research and see what you like about it.
Right.
And then if it lines up with your own personal morals, it's even more incentive for you to buy one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really necessarily have to be about making money either.
And the thing that I like about it too is like it's not just owning the picture. At the end
It's
of the
a lot
day, you
more,
just
yeah.
bought a picture, right? But there's so much that comes with it. And it's very young as well.
And
they've only been around a couple years, really.
There's a lot of other shit that goes into it, like DeFi and stuff like that. Chris knows about that. I have no clue about decentralized finance and all that.
That's completely separate.
Right.
That me and Chris would have to do like our own separate episode or something. Chris would have to do his own separate episode to answer questions or something. Because I know you know a lot about that, right?
I do, but that's not something that can be explained very simply.
So
I would have to spend hours
you would need
talking about it.
like a 3-episode series.
Probably, legitimately. Because I've done a lot of looking into it.
It might be in the cards if people want it.
Yeah, but not on this show, probably.
Why?
I don't know. There wouldn't be much ball breaking on that.
Yeah, but like, let's say someone was like, "Yeah, I
It'd be
really liked what
informative.
Chris was talking about."
Well, I would love to know if somebody would think that.
My
that's
brother really
interesting.
wants help in NFTs. He was like, "Let me join Chris's Xbox party one night, or maybe I'll just text him." I said, "Why don't you call him? He can tell you something about
I
it."
would love to talk about it. I think it's very interesting to talk about. You know what I mean?
You're supposed to keep talking when Doc takes a video of you. You kind of froze and got nervous.
Yeah,
I got really nervous.
I'm trying
sorry.
to do a TikTok here for the
live
podcast.
action TikTok.
Not live, no, but
Well, it's live.
just
the
ruined
show
it. Now
is
I can't
live.
even post a TikTok
Yeah.
because all our million listeners are going to listen. Like, wow.
But listen, that's just something new that me and Chris kind of dove into. If you guys want to hear more about it, we'd be really glad to tell you guys more about our journey in NFTs.
Yeah, if anybody has questions,
I'd love talking.
I'm
kind of getting to the feeling that like some people like could care less. So
Yeah, people are probably turning us off.
I mean, I
Shut
know
the fuck up
Doc has
already.
heard enough of us, so every night we talk, it's like about it. Vic,
Yeah.
I
I know,
saw
like-
Vic
No,
last
I
week
like
at a
it.
house party for like 20 minutes, and we just told him about it, and he was like, "Just please stop talking about it."
No, well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely times and places, but in general though, like me personally, I know I'm, probably going to put more of an effort into at least learning about it at the very minimum.
Mhm.
That's one of my goals in the new year, because it's just something that's it's too relevant to not know.
It's becoming so relevant.
Right,
Yeah.
Like,
right.
It's
Dude,
becoming
like,
a
we're-
household thing.
Even
almost.
though we're only like 23, 24, 25 years old, we're starting to get like out of date with shit.
Yeah, I'm really old.
Yeah, we really are.
Like I got a new smart TV, and I'm like, "Hey yo."
I don't know about
You
this.
don't know how to work it or something? Or
Well,
like,
no, like I know how to work it to like at a very base level, but if I wanted to do more shit,
Yeah.
like I'm at my girlfriend's house, she's got the same TV as me, and she's like, "You could AirPlay from your phone to this." I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Holy shit!" There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff in technology that, even though we're not old, we are like feeling old.
we're old.
Mhm. No, I completely agree. I feel very old.
Oh, that's so funny to think about.
Like some of these kids on TikTok, I know it's TikTok, but some of them are like, "Yo, I bought this NFT and I made $1 million
Yeah.
this year."
I've
And
been
you know
sending
what?
you
That's
guys some guy I follow. I don't know if you'd like.
That's the
A
last
lot
thing.
of them are just straight cap.
Yeah, but that's the last thing I'm going to say
Probably.
about this. Is that even though you need to have money to make this money, it's very possible to do it. So let's, like me and Chris, like
We
we
can
said,
start
we
off small.
spent $200, and it's very possible for us to make upwards of that. And that's why I'm into it, because obviously everybody likes to make money. I wouldn't do anything if I didn't, besides this. Just kidding. I love doing this.
This is fun.
This is great.
Yes.
So
Hop on. Just
you don't have a
chat.
competitor here, Doc. Do you have a fact
Competitor?
for us?
Do I have a fact? I don't. But I could.
You got
pull
anything
one
off
up.
the dome?
That's what I was just.
You were hoping I didn't ask that?
Yeah. Do I have anything off the dome? Let's see.
No.
Yeah. What?
I was just saying, no, you don't.
Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger in his career 7-2 against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Wow.
A
How
little bit
about
of foreshadowing.
No.
Foreshadowing? You got a lock for us?
Do I?
Maybe not a lock, but you like anybody? Chiefs are coming
Who's even
on.
playing
Monday night. Who's playing Monday night? Might
Dolphins,
be able to give us some
Saints.
insight on that.
That keeps
That
Monday
sounds like a
night game.
horrible
I mean,
game.
you don't even really need to
Okay.
give us a lock, like Chris said. I mean, oh, and also, guys, we're supposed to say this like every time we talk about NFTs, apparently, but like it's not really financial advice. You know, like
Oh yeah,
same,
I do say
always
yeah.
see that
Yeah.
after
same
video.
with Doc's betting
Please
insight.
gamble responsibly.
It's not financial
It's not
advice.
It's not,
not at
gambling
all.
advice.
It's just
If you
it's a
took
pick.
if you
take
took
it.
my girlfriend's picks last week, I'm pretty sure she went 2-1.
Really?
Wait,
Yeah.
did she? I forgot
She
She had the
randomly.
Eagles. They won.
She's just sitting here. She's like, I like the Eagles, so I'm going to take the Eagles to win. I'm going to take over 37, which was actually funnily pretty close to the over-under. It was 42 for that game. And then she said,
Did
I'm
it go
going to...
over? I think it did.
I think if you took the 37.5, if
It
you
went
took the
over that?
alternate, it went over.
So that's a winner.
And then she said, I'm going to take Russell Wilson because I like her baby, his Sierra or whatever.
His wife, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
He
they lost.
I do have a touchdown score parlay, and if you guys just want me to tell you who it is and see if Monday comes and I'm
Yeah,
richer.
let's hear it.
I
Than
actually
it
do
was?
want you
Yeah.
to say who it is because I'm going to place the exact same wager.
Yeah, Monday
ya?
comes. If you
It's
want
on
on
a-
Instagram, you posted and say, "Hey guys, this is what I posted, and I
Yeah,
lost or
all
I
right.
won on Monday." you
Sure,
know?
yeah.
It's
Probably
for
it'll be a
Monday?
loss, but we'll. It's for today.
The 4:00 games?
Yeah, but they all start. You'd have to get it in now. You got time, I think.
What time is it?
Go ahead.
You got plenty of time.
David Montgomery to score.
David Montgomery from the Chicago
Chicago
Bears.
Bears.
Chicago Bears.
You ready?
Chicago Bears.
Mhm.
Anytime. David. All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Javonte Williams on the Denver Broncos.
Javonte
anytime
Williams.
score.
Denver running back.
Yes.
Yup.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Byron Pringle on the Kansas City
Byron
Chiefs.
Pringle. Let's
Anytime
go.
touchdown score.
Love that wager. And
And then we have one for the Sunday night game, which is Amari Cooper to score.
Amari Cooper. He just had some
Some
strong words.
Yeah, that's it. It's right now I have a $20 wager to win 964.
Oh, it went down a little bit.
So
All right. Best of luck.
best of luck.
Yeah, we'll see Monday.
Hopefully,
when the people at home are listening, people wherever you are listening, you'll
Hopefully
see.
we'll be posting tomorrow about winning a wager.
that'd be nice.
And then we'll buy an NFT.
What about you?
Yeah,
Vic?
and if I hit that, I'll buy an NFT.
I think the last
Absolutely.
time you were here,
That's
Vic, you had a
$944.
Vic had a,
Sorry,
I'm
excuse
undefeated.
me,
No, I'm just
Excuse me.
kidding.
I'm
excuse me.
I-
you had a Vic's pick, didn't you?
I'm undefeated on my picks. Yes, I'm 1-0.
Mhm.
The last time I was here, I told you guys to take Baylor plus 7.5 in college basketball. They won by 30.
Rocket.
Wait, they were
Yep.
plus
Why don't we do that
7.5?
right
I'm
now,
sorry,
Vic?
minus 7.5. They
Okay.
won by 30.
We are putting you on the spot, but if you want to give us a Vic's pick, you can.
You give Vic's pick, and I'll give a Doc Lock,
Give me 2 seconds, please.
yeah.
and we'll go head to head
No,
here.
not a problem.
Vic,
Okay.
what iPhone is that?
XR.
Is
You
it
got
the new,
money,
new,
bro?
No, this is like the old.
Okay. Because I was going to say,
Hold
it
on.
only has the one camera. I'm like,
Yeah,
they don't do that
I don't-
anymore.
What do you guys got? 3 cameras on yours?
Mine is the iPhone 11,
Yeah.
so I'm a
I
little
got
back.
the,
dated
uh,
too.
That's 2 cameras.
If you
No,
look
it's
at my
3.
phone, Chris,
Doc, that's
does
not
that
a
have
camera.
3?
Time out.
No, I have two. I have two.
When
I have
ring
two.
lights
Nah,
blinded
I
me.
have
Yeah.
two.
You, Doc?
I have the
That's
iPhone
2.
13 mini because I got baby hands.
I got tiny hands too.
Yeah, and I was struggling when I get the regular size iPhone.
What
I
are you
can't
looking
reach
at?
the left side of the
Sometimes it
screen.
hurts. I was looking at your phone. I think you have an 11 as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is like very outdated
it
nowadays.
is very outdated. I was looking at my girlfriend's phone yesterday. I was like, "What phone is it?" Like I thought we had the same one.
She got
was
the
like,
new
this is
Joan?
like the. Nah, she has a 12.
13X plus
Yeah,
6.
something like that. It's very close to being that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no,
I think you got a pick.
I'm not liking much.
It's really tough right now making picks, especially in some sports. I know I had a 4-game parlay in college basketball, and every game got canceled due to COVID.
Yeah, it's tough right now in college basketball.
Yeah.
Although I've been doing pretty well in college basketball, but like you said, it's starting to get hit or miss.
Yeah, they had to cancel.
I have a really bad
NHL.
habit of just wasting money on there. Like DraftKings gave me a $20 free bet, and I bet it for $20 and I hit it, and then I put that $20 on another bet, and then I hit it, and then I hit 40, and then I bet that, and then I bet the 60, and then I lost the 60. But could you imagine if I just kept my train rolling and I turned my $20 into 120
into
or
10 million.
Yeah,
10
that'd be
million?
crazy.
But the only reason I did it because it was a free bet, so I'm like, well, I'll just keep riding it until I lose it, and then I did, and then I was really mad because this the only white man on Stanford basketball couldn't hit free throws.
Can't win them all, man.
Okay,
you know what?
So I got a player prop that I would like to use. Can I do that on
Sure.
here?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's a
That's a
pick.
bet.
So this is a player that's he kind of propelled me to the fantasy playoffs, which I'm now losing in. But Hunter Renfrow, this guy, let me tell you, this guy can catch balls.
Yeah, he's good.
He's very good.
He's been ripping it up.
And, they don't have Darren Waller. He's been out the last, 3 weeks. Don't have Henry Ruggs.
He's a murderer.
Bad person. And then, so I've been riding him a lot lately. I like Hunter Renfrow over 8 receptions.
Over 8 receptions.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Is that his over on? Is that
It's at 6.5. I would play it up to 8.
Okay.
Damn it.
Yes.
So are you saying play over 6.5?
I would play over 6.5, but up to 8. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
Wow.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot.
The past few weeks, he's been getting at least 10 targets a game. He's just got to catch 8 of them,
That's
or at least 7.
Right. I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that too.
It's got really good insight behind it too.
How about
Yeah,
Doc's
I mean,
Lock
they got a lot
is
of
now
guys.
Hunter Renfrow over 6.5 catches?
No, you know what? I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do a player prop.
Okay, everyone don't take that anymore.
And he's one that's in the score, but I'm going to do him over yards, and it's going to be Byron Pringle over 20.5 receiving yards.
Is that all?
Yeah, Kelsey's out
28.5.
today. That's a big it hurts Mahomes, but Mahomes likes to go to Pringle. That's like his weird
when he's
security blanket kind of thing.
He's also really just a pretty solid player.
So
Byron
over
Pringle.
20.5. Look at a snow game. They're going to just run.
Oh my
run.
God.
Wow.
So
it
over
is
20.5. Yeah,
snow.
28.5
the
receiving
under
yards.
in that
Byron Pringle.
All right.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't.
Good
I
stuff.
like
Okay.
you.
So
Sucks.
Yeah, that's okay.
the next time anyone will hear us, it'll be 2022.
2.
Yep.
Wow.
We should do a live episode this week.
It'll be. I don't know about that.
Why?
Because it's just tough for all of us to get together.
Like a New Year's thing.
We should do live from New Year's.
Sunday.
No, not New.
Live from
No,
Times
no.
Square.
Like I mean, like one day this week we'll do like a New Year's episode.
Yeah,
for
no,
that.
we'll
you know
try
what I
to
mean?
see. We'll see
We'll
what's
see,
in the
I
car.
don't
It's
know.
tough
Yeah,
for
we
all
can
of us to get
coordinate
together
that.
during the week.
Right.
Like I
Yeah,
said, I
everyone
work.
works. You
so
work till 7,
Work
you're
till
right.
7.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got to get Rocco
my
back in
bad.
the stew.
But we
Yeah.
do have to
Hopefully
get here
He's here.
on Sunday to record. I'm
Sunday?
going the day after New Year's
day
Day.
after.
Mm-hmm.
Jan 2.
We will be here. We will definitely try our best. If I'm not here, they will be.
We'll
Because
be here.
I'm going to be really drunk on New Year's
Trevor?
Day.
You'll be all right.
Speaking of the New Year, I'm going to just say, do something you didn't do before. Me and Chris bought NFTs. Maybe Doc will do it. What do they say,
after I
Doc?
hit this bet.
What do they say, Doc? Like, when's the last time you did something for the first time?
Yeah, when's
right?
the last time you did something
Why
for the
don't
first
you know,
time?
the
Who
new-
says that?
Drake.
Oh, okay.
Drake.
Drake used that in a lyric. Yeah.
Did he?
When the last time you did something for the first time?
Oh,
Yeah.
that actually sounded just like him.
All right.
So
That's what
yeah,
I'm
do
saying.
in the new year. Why don't you try something new? Anyone listening? All of us sitting here, like, let's do it. I mean, it's no better time, right, than the new year. Even though on our deleted episode, I said, I hate that New Year shit. Like, why don't you just do it on like Tuesday or something? But hey,
But-
New Year is a good time to start. It's a good time to stop. What you were doing bad. It's a good time to start something new. That's good. Any day, but New Year especially. I know everybody's like, New Year, new me.
There it is.
If that's what you want to
There
do,
it is.
do it.
I like the little call to action at the end of the episode here. Do something cool. You know what I mean?
Something different.
Something that's going to
Do something you wouldn't
tickle your
normally do.
fancy.
Yeah, do something that you haven't ever done.
You also
Whether-
really might not know that you enjoy something until you try it.
Yeah, and this could be anything. Do something you never did. Like,
Might
let's
love
say
hiking.
maybe you just
Never did
hiking
it.
fun.
Monday don't have a cup of coffee. It could be something small, it could be something huge, but it's going to be something, and just do it.
Okay.
Do something different, something new, something you never done.
Thanks, Vic, for hopping in here today.
Yeah, anytime.
thank you,
I'll
Vic.
see you guys probably around March, maybe.
March sounds about right.
Yeah.
Right before baseball.
We're looking around, every 3 months
We'll
now?
get you
Yeah.
on for baseball.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, before the
Yeah,
season
yeah,
starts,
yeah.
if we have one.
We do promise Rocco will be back. We know he has his own little cult following. You guys love him, our humble king. He will be back.
Well, hold on. Promise. We haven't heard from him in 2 weeks. We
Yeah,
didn't
but
promise.
if he doesn't come here, I'm going to grab him by the back of his pants and the back of his shirt, and I'm going to put him in the studio, and you guys will get him.
You're going to have to find him first.
I
He's
will find
missing.
him.
Find him. Where is he?
Rocco, if you're there, please post on Ball Breakers Instagram to make sure and tell everyone you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
And for all of you listening, you rode with us through this whole year. I mean, some of you guys posted your Spotify Wrapped. Some of you guys were in like your top 3 podcasts listen to. Some of you guys were your number 1 listen podcast, and we really do thank you guys for that. And
can't thank you enough.
We're gonna have a really good new year, Ball Breakers. Mm-hmm. Ball Breakers.
Ball Breakers. Everyone does as well.
Ball Breakers.
Ball Breakers.